Good evening and welcome in to Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. We've got a Region 3 battle. In this matchup, it's the girls basketball. And we've got the Skyridge Falcons taking on the Lone Peak Knights. Trevor Allen here with you as we introduce the starting lineups first. For the Skyridge Falcons, coached by Shaylee Nelson in her 5th season with a 73-41 record. Starting for the Falcons will be Anaya Nelson, a senior. Lillian Meyer, number 10, who's also a senior. Number 23, Mercedes Millie, who's also a senior. And then Bella Sika, a senior, number 24. And number 32, a junior, Ella Ozer. We'll go ahead and meet the starting lineups for the Lone Peak Knights, coached by Nancy Warner in her 12th season. She has a 184-85 record. And then we'll go this way. Number 10, Tati Harness, a junior. Number 13, sophomore, Zuri Nordstrom. Number 20, Maddie Pope, who's a freshman. Number 21, Lave Holdcraft, a senior, number 21, and number 34, Kennedy Woolston, who is a junior. Coming into this matchup, Lone Peak is 13-6 overall, 5-1 in region play, and for Skyridge, they are 11-8 overall and 4-2 in region play. So it should be a good one here. In their first meeting on January 14th, Skyridge, it was at Skyridge, 62-49 win for Lone Peak. Wilson had 25 points and Charlie Warner had 12. So Skyridge will go right to left as you watch it here, and Lone Peak will go left to right. And first of 2 games here at Lone Peak, we got the boys coming up at around 7:30.
And the night is ready for tip-off.
Millie and trying to catch that number for Lone Peak. And Holcraft will jump in center circle. And the tip is won by Skyridge, and we're underway. Now here's Millie. Over to Nelson now. Into the paint is Millie. Puts it up, no good. Kick back out. 3-pointer good by Anaya Nelson. That's her 39th three of the season. And just 30 seconds in, it's 3-0 Skyridge. And trying to match is Zuri Nordstrom, too strong. And rebounded here by Sika. Will go into the paint, lay it up, no good by Ella Ozer. And here comes Lone Peak. Harness tries to go in, and it's stripped away, and it'll stay with Lone Peak. And officials timeout. Couple of items on the floor. Cleaning it up. Now here is Pope. Kick out, 3-pointer up. No good for Harness. Put back up and in by Woolston. She has her first 2 of the night, and it's 3-2 Skyridge. Here's Lillian Meyer. Now to Anaya Nelson. She holds, and they're just stagnant right now. Not a lot of movement off the ball. Now Ozer goes to Sika, and she's fouled. Maddie Pope picks up her first personal. First team foul on the Knights. And they'll inbound to Ozer, and it goes out of bounds, and it deflected, and it stays with Skyridge. with 31 on the shot clock, so plenty of time to get the shot up. Here's Lillian Meyer, now over to Nelson, inside to Ozer. Ella takes a shot at the foul line, gets it to go. She's on the board for her first two, and it's 5-2 Skyridge. Here's Nordstrom back out. Here's Pope to Woolston. Kennedy. Back to Nordstrom. Zuri at the elbow. Kick out into the corner. Pope for three. Too strong. Rebounded by Ozer. Ozer kicks into the corner. Three-pointer up for Sika. No good. Or excuse me, that was Millie. Mercedes Millie. And Lone Peak turns it over. Lillian Meyer brings it into the front court. The senior averaging 6.5 points per game. Now here's Ozer back to Bella Sika. Corner three by Meyer. No good. Rebound by Woolston. Goes behind the back and up the floor. The junior hands it off. Now here's Nordstrom. Zuri to Maddie Pope. Finds wide open Harness for three. No good. Woolston on the offensive board. And now wide open is Holdcraft, and no good on the triple. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 5-2 Skyridge with the lead. Crossover. Sika now to Millie. Mercedes. Now a three. Sika for three. Got it to go. That's two triples now for Skyridge. And it's 8-2. Falcons on top. Into the paint, Maddie Pope. A little bit of contact, but she will go to the free throw line. And Lillian Meyer picks up her first personal. And to the line is Maddie Pope. Gets the first one to go and checking in for the Falcons. Portia Hugh, number 11. She will replace Anaya Nelson. Gets that one to go, and now Lone Peak will make a substitution. That's Charlie Warner. There's Sika. Oh, had a nice back door, but Charlie Warner read it. Now here's Kennedy Woolston. Crossover into the paint. Goes up with the right-hand floater. No good, but she is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. And that's Portia Hugh. Excuse me, Portia Hugh. Excuse me. She picks up her first personal. And Woolston goes 2 for 2 at the line. Cuts the deficit to 2. And they put on a 1-2-2 press. Here's Meyer. Now to Millie. Mercedes. As they go into a zone, Lone Peak does. And there's a foul on Tati Harness. And Coach Warner is wondering, asking about the call, and the official should just let him play. And nice move into the paint. And Belasica gets it to go. She has 5 points early on. Here's Nordstrom. Zuri met. Great defense there by Lillian Meyer to close out and contest without fouling. And it'll go out of bounds, and it is Skyridge basketball. Mercedes Millie will come out, and Anaya Nelson will come back in. Here's Lillian Meyer. Tasika back to Meyer. Finds Nelson on the back door, puts it up, lays it up and in. Great pass by Meyer. And a great backdoor cut there by Nelson. And the Falcons have doubled up the Knights, 12-6. Great defense there by Hugh. And a gamble right there by Sika. And goes up into the lane. That is Tati Harness. The bucket and one. And she'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play.
13 foul at the line for the Knights.
Robbie Holdcraft will come back in. And Zuri Nordstrom will come out. And Millie will come back in for Portia Hugh. Harness to shoot a pair of free throws. That's been almost all the points for Lone Peak so far in the first quarter. And she misses the and one. And here's Lillian Meyer. To Nelson. Looks the high post, doesn't have it, reverses it, but then it's deflected. Great awareness there by Sika to go in now. Puts it up, Millie, a high-low of sorts. And Millie gets that one to go, and it's 14-8, Skyridge. Now here's Warner. Woolston, she'll pull for three, short. And the rebound there by Ozer. And tried to go to Nelson. She didn't see it, went off her back. And now Skyridge will call a timeout. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 2:23 to go here in the first quarter. Skyridge with the lead. 2:23 to go here in the first quarter. Skyridge with a 14-8 lead. They've come out swinging, as both Anaya Nelson and Belasica have 5 points apiece. Now here's Nelson. She'll pull deep three. Banks it off the glass and in. The bank is open here in Highland. That's her second triple of the quarter. Now here's Zuri Nordstrom, who just checked back in. And Huni Folau. Now to Zuri Nordstrom. She'll go up with the right hand and gets it to go. Zuri Nordstrom with her first bucket. And it's 17-10 Lone Peak. Or excuse me, Skyridge. Goes to Ozer. Great find in the corner. Nelson tried to make it three in a row and couldn't, but she has it back anyway off the hustle play by Ozer. And now Mercedes Millie is fouled. And Maddie Pope will come back in. Huni Folau will come back out, the freshman. Now they get it to Nelson. And so three ended up, so that was Anaya Nelson touching it, and that's why the backcourt violation was called. Harness over to Pope. Comes off a screen from Woolston. Now to Charlie Warner. Pope steps in, fires at the foul line, no good. And Anaya Nelson looks like she got pushed on the rebound. And that's what they're going to call. And that's on Kennedy Wilson, her first. Robbie Holcraft will come in. Charlie Warner will come out. Now here's Lillian Meyer. So we approach 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Now here's Mercedes Millie. Powers into the lane. Does put it off the glass, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Nearly had the and 1, and that'll be 2 fouls on Kennedy Woolston. Back to back. That's not good if you're Lone Peak. Woolston on the air, 14.7 points per game. She leads the team in rebounding, points, assists, and steals. And Warner will check back in. And the free throw is no good. Offensive rebound by Ozer. She puts it back up and in. Ella Ozer. She leads the team in rebounding, as you can see right there. 45 seconds to go, and it's a 10-point lead for Skyridge. Now here's Holdcraft. Goes into the lane, and it's a jump ball. Alternating possession will stay with Lone Peak.
Lone Peak substitution for the 34,
Elena Chiara. Chiara will come in for Skyridge, number 34. And coming in for Skyridge is number 22. Ariane Moiai. Ellie Ozer will get a rest. 39.2 left on the game clock, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Zuri Nordstrom into the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no good, and she's fouled. And Millie picks up her first personal, and Nordstrom's at the line for 2. Can't get the first one to go. Hooney Falau will come in for Holdcraft, number 0. And Nordstrom gets that one to go. 20-11. Shot clock's turned off with 24 seconds left until the end of the first. Here's Meyer. Goes into the paint, kick out. Wide open 3 for Nelson. Too strong on that one, tries to get the offensive rebound, and here's Falau. With 5 seconds, here's Nordstrom. Lays it up with the right hand, couldn't get that one to go. Meyer has it, and that will do it for the end of the first. Through the first 8 minutes of play, the Skyridge Falcons 20 and the Lone Peak Knights 11. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School for Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Trevor Allen here with you. At the end, or as we start the second quarter, Skyridge has a 20-11 lead. Come out swinging, and Anaya Nelson leading the way for the Falcons with 8 points. She's got 2 triples along the way. And for Lone Peak, they've got Kennedy Woolston in foul trouble. And she will start the second quarter on the bench. Here's Lillian Meyer to start for Skyridge. Now here's Nelson. And it's ripped away by Zuri Nordstrom, but it'll stay with Skyridge. Here's Meyer, guarded by Falau. Ozer sets a screen. Now she has it in the paint, guarded by Nordstrom. Powers in, goes up with the left hand, off the glass, no good. Now here's Falau. One-on-one with Meyer, she'll back it out. Now here's Tati Harness to Falau. Hand off to Pope. Back to Harness. Nordstrom, she'll fire for 3. Got it! Nothing but the bottom of the net. And Zuri Nordstrom now has 6 points. And Sika goes into the paint, and it looks like we have a jump ball.
Possession belongs to the Knights.
It was either going to be a block or a travel or a jump ball, which it is a jump ball. Skyridge got it to start the quarter. Alternating possession will go to Lone Peak. 20-14 is our score. Hand off to Harness. Harness to Charlie Warner. She'll fire deep. Too short, and Ozer on the rebound. Now here's Millie. Mercedes. Fire out to Nelson. To Meyer for three. Off the glass and in. That's two. In the bank. And Coach Warner wants a timeout. We have a full timeout by Coach Warner. We'll take it with him. We'll be back after this here on KSLSports.com. 6:37 to go, as you see right there on your screen. Skyridge with a 23-14 lead. And Lone Peak coming out of the timeout has possession. Here's Folau to Harness. Now to Charlie Warner. Tries to go into the paint to Holcraft, and it's tipped away. And they fight for it on the ground, and it's a jump ball. It'll go back to Skyridge. Missouri Nordstrom will check back in for Maddie Pope. For Lone Peak. As the small student section for Skyridge, that consists of probably 15 students, already believing that they will win. Belasika hands it off to Meyer, to Nelson, back to Sika. Goes into Millie in the paint. She'll turn around, jumper, no good. Rebounded by Holcraft, and now here's Folau, and they're out and running. Hand off to Nordstrom. She'll fire from deep. Too short and to the right, as Mercedes Millie has the rebound. Ozer, great find on the back door by Sika. She lays it up and in. And Skyridge has their biggest lead of the night. Now here's Warner. She'll fire for three. No good. Sika on the rebound. Lone Peak can't get much to go from downtown. Now here's Meyer. We'll go to Sika as she turns. And then stutter steps, and she gets called for traveling. Elena Chiara will come in for Skyridge, and Kennedy Woolston will come in for the Knights. Woolston already has 2 fouls, happen on back-to-back possessions. Now here's Holcraft. Holcraft out to Folau. Back to Holcraft. Now to Zuri Nordstrom. Air ball on that triple. And it'll go out of bounds. And it looks like Coach Warner's telling her to get into the paint. The three is not falling for Lone Peak. They got to try something different. Now here's Ozer. Ella goes in with the right hand. She'll go up and fouled by Lavi Holcraft. And that's her first team foul. First free throw is no good. But she will have one more to try to extend this lead to 12, which would be their biggest lead of the night. Ozer. That one's too strong as well. So empty on that free throw trip. Now here's Folau. Guarded by Chiara. Now to Kennedy Woolston, to Holcraft. She'll drive into the paint. Stopped by the good defense there from Millie. Now out to Zuri Nordstrom. Hands off to Woolston. Woolston with 10 on the shot clock. She'll spin, lose control. Nordstrom has it. She'll spin, go into the paint with 3 on the shot clock, and she's fouled on the ground, which will reset the shot clock. So playing good defense for 32 seconds. And then commit a foul. That's tough. Tati Harness will come in for Zuri Nordstrom. Wilson to inbound. Tried to go to Warner, and it's taken away. And Millie had it, and then a foul there by Holcraft. And I think Coach Nilsson wanted an intentional foul. I don't think there was anything egregious there. I think it's just a simple common foul. It's a good call. And there's Ozer. Nice dump down pass to Sika. Rolls up and in. Bella Sika having a night. She's got 9. And it's 27-14. There's Maddie Pope. Pump fakes. Now she's trying to look for Wilson on the back door. Good defense there on denying it by Nelson. Goes into the paint as Warner. Blocked away by Mercedes Millie, and it will stay with Lone Peak with 16 on the shot clock. 3:39 to go here in the half. To inbound is Woolston. Out to Warner for 3, in and out. And Woolston will pick up her 3rd. Not a foul you would want to commit 90 feet away from the basket, especially once your 3rd foul and you're the leading scorer on the team. That's tough for Lone Peak. Missouri Nordstrom will check back in for Woolston. And Bella Sika is going to get a breather. Skyridge has played some complete basketball to this point. Through the first 12 and a half minutes. Here's Meyer to Ozer. She'll give it to Meyer. She'll stop, pop. No good. Ozer, I think, was the last one to touch it, and she was. And it will go to Lone Peak. Now here's Nordstrom. Warner. Now to Harness. Tati. She'll back out. Now here's Warner. Dribbles with the left hand. Now Maddie Pope goes into the lane. It's taken away by Lillian Meyer. And here's Kiara. She'll spin to her left. Makes it off the glass and in. Elena Kiara. And they are on a run here for Skyridge. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. What a performance so far by Skyridge on the road, trying to look for a little bit of redemption after losing 62-49 at home to Lone Peak in their first meeting on January 14th. Ozer had 16 points for that game, and Sika and Nelson each had 11 in that loss. Now, for Lone Peak, Zuri Nordstrom is keeping them in the game a little bit here with 6 points. But it doesn't help that Kennedy Woolston picked up her 3rd foul just a few moments ago. With 2:44 to go in the second quarter, here comes Lone Peak. Now to Nordstrom, guarded by Meyer. To Pope. She'll lay it up with the left hand and good. Maddie Pope. She made that look easy. And it's 29-16. Here's Meyer directing traffic. Now here's Millie. She'll turn around, jumper, no good. And here's Warner. Hands off to Nordstrom. She'll spin to her left. And no good, and Sika has the rebound. Bella brings it up the floor to Meyer. She'll stop and pop for three. No good, too strong. And it'll go out of bounds. Kaya Finsan will come in. And Skyridge will take a timeout. It's a full, we'll take it with them. Back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. Skyridge with a 29-16 lead over Lone Peak. Trevor Allen here with you. As we're in the final minutes of the second quarter. Minute 47 to be exact. And Kaya Finsan will inbound to Huni Falau. Back to Finsan. She'll drive in, go up, and she's met by Millie and is fouled. And Finsan will go to the line. Has 16 points to her name this season. And that first free throw is no good. Robbie Holcraft will come in. And Huni Falau will come out. So we have 97 seconds left in the second quarter. That one's too short. And here is Kiara. Moiai also checked back in for Skyridge. Here's Meyer. She'll fire for three once again. That one's too short. Rebounded by Holcraft, and here's Zuri Nordstrom. Finds Finsan, goes up, too strong on the glass. And stolen away by Nordstrom. On a lazy pass there by Moiai. And Zuri Nordstrom makes them pay. She's got 8 points. 55 seconds to go here till halftime. Here's Kiara over to Meyer. And it's taken away as Holcraft deflected it from Moiai and took it away. Here's Warner. She'll fire for three. That one's too strong as well. Finsan on the offensive rebound. Into the lane is Harness. Too short. And Moiai has the rebound. We'll go to Belasika, and they will hold for the last shot. Like tenths of a second of seconds left. Difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Sika. Tries to go backdoor. Now Moiai picks up the loose ball. And Zuri Nordstrom hits it out of bounds, and there's 6.4 left on the clock. Nelson and Ozer will check back in for Skyridge. And Falau will come in for Lone Peak. Here in the final 6.4. Here's Ozer with 5 on the clock. Now down to 4 to 2. Here's Nelson. Heave it up is Sika. In and out, no good, and that will do it for the first half of action. Through the first half of play, the Skyridge Falcons have a 29-18 lead over Lone Peak. We'll go ahead and take a break and be back with second half action in just a few moments here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back as we start the second half here, Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Trevor Allen here with you. And Skyridge has a 29-18 lead in what was a very impressive performance in the first half by the Falcons. Now for Lone Peak, their star player Kennedy Woolston was saddled with 3 fouls and just could not get the ball to go into the hoop, especially from downtown. Now Lone Peak has the ball to start. Woolston, she'll fire for 3, and that's an air ball. Now here's Lillian Meyer. For Skyridge as they now go left to right. As you watch it here, and Lone Peak will go right to left. Here's Millie to Nelson. 3, too strong. And on the rebound, collected by Harness. Tati will go to Holcraft. Inside to Maddie Pope. She'll lay it up, too short. Great defense there by Lillian Meyer. Now here's Anaya Nelson. Now to Belasica. Back to Meyer. Back to Sika. Now to Ozer. Ella, she'll go in with the right hand, lay it up and in. Great post move there by Ella Ozer. And answering right back with a layup of her own is Tati Harness. That's her second bucket of the night. There's Nelson, skips it across to Sika. Skips it back to Nelson. She'll go into the paint, lay up with the right hand, no good. Rebound by Woolston. Now here's Tati Harness. 3-on-2. Go to Pope in the corner, back out to Zuri Nordstrom, skips it across to Holcraft. She'll fire for 3, gets that one to go. A triple for Lavi Holcraft. And just like that, Lone Peak's within 8. The first 4 minutes of a third quarter is always interesting to see what adjustments are made as Millie will go to the free throw line, fouled by Holcraft. The first free throw rolls in. Charlie Warner will come in for Maddie Pope. As Holcraft picked up her third foul and she's staying in the game. Oh, never mind. Pope's not supposed to come out. It's supposed to be Holcraft. As I mentioned, just picked up her third foul. Second free throw by Millie. It rims off. And here's Zuri Nordstrom. Goes over to Pope for 3. Got it! Back-to-back triples for Lone Peak. And now it's a 6-point ball game. Now here's Meyer. She'll fire for 3. Too short. Ozer on the offensive glass. She's met by 3 Knights. And she's fouled as Charlie Warner gets her hand caught in the cookie jar. Foul's on the ground, so it'll be baseline. Meyer to inbound. Goes into Millie. Guarded by Pope. She'll go up, no good. Grabs her own rebound, dribbles again, goes up. This time she is called for foul as Pope moved into her. She was stationary up top, but the body was not. As Kennedy Woolston and Maddie Pope are both talking with the official down below the hoop. As the free throw is good by Mercedes Millie. And extends their lead to 7. Millie again gets that one to go. Now the lead is up to 8. Now here's Harness as she crosses the timeline. As Pope tries to square up in the high post, it's deflected and taken away. Here's Belasica to Millie. She'll lay it up, just rolls out. She grabs her own rebound, puts that one up, no good, and tips that one out, and they say it's last touched by Lone Peak. Huni Falau will check in for Charlie Warner. Now here's Ozer. Tries to go to Millie, and it's smacked away there by Maddie Pope. And here's Woolston, guarded by Meyer. Now Woolston will back it out and set up the offense. We'll hand off to Harness. She'll go into the paint. Foul line high. Now to Falau. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Skyridge basketball.
Skyridge substitution number 11, Portia Hugh, replacing
Portia Hugh will come in for Skyridge. For Lillian Meyer, who's been very good on the defensive end for Skyridge tonight. There's Anaya Nelson on the left wing. Sika, back to Hugh, and it's taken away by Harness. One-on-one. She'll go in and stripped away by Sika. Tries to hit it off of Harness, and Zuri Nordstrom cleans that one up and puts it up and in. Now it's a 6-point ball game. Sika back to Nelson. She pump fakes, guarded by Woolston. Now to Ozer. To Hugh. Short corner, jumper, good by Mercedes Millie. And goes in Zuri Nordstrom. Great pass there by Tati Harness. And Nordstrom has back-to-back buckets now. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Lillian Meyer will check in. And Millie just picked up her third. So that's big for that's big for Skyridge. So Millie with 3 for Skyridge, and Holdcraft and Woolston each have 3 for Lone Peak. And she completes the 3-point play. With 4:04 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 5-point lead for Skyridge. Here's Meyer, goes into the high post to Ozer. Guarded by Nordstrom. Pump fake is Meyer, back out. Here's Hugh. Now to Sika. Backdoor, Hugh lays it up and in. Great pass by Anaya Nelson, finding the back door of Portia Hugh. And the scoreboard went out over on that end. Now it comes back on. So they had to stop play for a second. I think someone kicked the cord. Always someone kicking the cord. We don't have that problem up here. Shout out to my man Doug on the camera. Doing a great job as always. And I hear he was even a better official. I wouldn't know. Doug is happily joining the KSL Sports Rewind family. And getting rid of the whistle. As Lone Peak will inbound after that clock malfunction. 3:50 to go here in the third, and it's a 7-point lead for Skyridge.
Let's go, Skyridge!
Here's Folau to Woolston, guarded by Nelson. She'll go into the paint. Lay it up with the right hand and good. Nice move there with just pure power. It is Woolston. And Charlie Warner, hand caught in the cookie jar once again, 90 feet away from the basket. That's her second personal. As Lone Peak trying to crawl their way back in. I believe the biggest lead was 15 at one point for Skyridge. Here's Bella Sika to Lillian Meyer. Got across the timeline, and it's taken away by Kennedy Woolston. And Hugh could catch her, but she'll lay it up and in anyway. Back-to-back buckets for Kennedy Woolston, and Nelson travels. And just like that, with 3:17 to go, Skyridge's lead is cut to 3. And a timeout taken by the Falcons as Lone Peak is on a run. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Lone Peak on a run. They've cut Skyridge's lead to just 3, and Skyridge calling a timeout to try and stop the bleeding. As we have 3:10 to go here in the quarter. Here's Harness. She'll go up. No good, and it lands right back in her lap. Kicks it out to Warner for 3. Got it! And we have a tie ball game. Charlie Warner, her first bucket of the game, and it comes at a great time for Lone Peak as we're all tied up at 38. Here's Ozer. She'll go up, too short. Warner on the rebound. She'll go ahead to Harness. Left-hand layup, no good, too strong. And Nelson, she'll control the rebound. There's Bella, Sika. Now to Lillian Meyer. They're going to take their time. And it's taken away by Harness once again. She'll run out, lay it up, and Lone Peak has the lead. Their first lead of the night. What a comeback for Lone Peak. Now here's Ozer. As Zuri Nordstrom gets in there on the action, tries to jump, and she does cause a jump ball. It'll stay with Skyridge. Maddie Pope will come in, and Elena Chiara will come in for Skyridge. Meyer to inbound on the baseline with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 2:07 to go in the quarter. Now here's Sika, guarded by Pope. She'll go into the lane against Woolston, and that's a blocking foul, and that's the fourth foul on Kennedy Woolston. That's a tough call to make. Sika will go to the line. So Sika gets the first one to go, and the second one rims out. And it goes off the leg of Maddie Pope, and it'll stay with Skyridge with 2:01 to go.
Right substitution with 21, Lonnie Holcroft, replacing Maddie Pope.
It's hard. It's tough.
Now here's Lillian Meyer. She has it back, as it looks like the Knights are in a zone. Or they're just switching everything. Ozer in the paint, left-hand layup, no good. Here's Warner to Harness. Steps in, goes up, blocked by Bella Sika, and it'll stay with Lone Peak. Mercedes Millie will check back in with 3 fouls for Ozer. So if you're Skyridge, Millie's got to be careful not to pick up her 4th before the 4th quarter. Now here's Zuri Nordstrom, rolls out. Looked like it was going to fall, but just barely goes off the front of the iron. Here's Meyer, picks up her dribble, goes into Millie, but slapped away by Holcraft. Now to Harness, to Falau, no good, but she's fouled. Bella Sika will pick up the foul. That's her first. Only the second team foul on the Falcons. The Knights are in the penalty. With 1:18 to go here in the third. She banks that one in. The bank's been open for Lone Peak and for Skyridge. And Coach Warner's over talking to the official. You don't see that very often from her. In her 12th season at the helm, as rebound comes to Lillian Meyer. Now here's Anaya Nelson. There's Chiara. She'll go in, dumps it down to Millie, and she's fouled. But they say it's down on the ground, but she's going to shoot 2 anyway because they are in the penalty.
The second personal. Mercedes Millie shooting 2.
Mercedes Millie will go to the free throw line for 2. With exactly 1 minute to go till the 4th quarter. She gets that one to go and can tie it up right here. And Ozer's going back to the table, but the free throw is no good. But rebounded by Kiara. .26 seconds on the shot clock. Sika goes down to Millie, and she just fires it up. Nothing there. Not even out of bounds. I think it might have hit the clock. Here's Folau, steps through, lays it up and in. Huni Folau with her first field goal of the game. And now here's Sika, scoop, right hand layup, no good, and Nordstrom has it. And it's taken away by Lillian Meyer, deflected, but it go out of bounds. And Ozer will come in for Kiara. And Kennedy Woolston's going to check in. She has 4 fouls, so you can almost bet that Skyridge might try to take a charge here if she has the ball and is attacking the paint. Now here's Folau. Now here's Folau, and she's fouled with .6 left on the clock. Folau will shoot 2 to try and extend the lead to 5. Rolls in and out. Charlie Warner will come in. Kennedy Woolston will come out. And again, .6 on the clock. That one rolls out. Lillian Meyer will grab the rebound, and that will do it. At the end of the third quarter, Lone Peak has climbed their way back in and have a 3-point lead heading into the fourth. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter after this here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. The Knights have a 43-40 lead heading into the fourth, and they have possession. Here's Tati Harness. Holcraft will set a screen. Great show there by Meyer, and almost taken away, but Folau collects. Now here's Charlie Warner with 18 on the shot clock. She'll drive in with the left hand, goes up, and she's fouled by Bella Sika. That's Bella's second. And here's Warner at the line. That one goes in and out. And the second one, that one is nothing but net. And Lone Peak's lead is up to 4, and it's taken away by Warner. She'll go out ahead to Tati Harness. She'll lay it up with the left hand, and good. And just like that, Lone Peak has their biggest lead of the night. 3-pointer up for Nelson, and that's an air ball, and it goes right into the hands of Zuri Nordstrom, but she kicks it, and it'll stay with Skyridge. Portia Hugh will come in for Lillian Meyer. With 7:11 to go here in the fourth. It's been a back and forth ball game now. It looked like Skyridge was going to take control as Ozer goes in and stops the bleeding, and she gets a layup to go. But it was back and forth here in the third quarter, but Skyridge had a commanding lead in the first half. And then in that third quarter, Lone Peak crawled all the way back to take the lead. Here's Folau, guarded by Sika. Now to Warner, guarded by Millie. Now to Nordstrom. She'll lean back and put it up with the right hand, and good. You're saying that Nordstrom on the scoreboard has 2 points. That's not true. Here's Millie. Nice spin move in the post, and she'll put it up and in. What a spin to her right. As it's now a 4-point lead. Here's Warner. Into Nordstrom. Turn around, jumper, no good. Rebound by Ozer. And tried to go to Sika, but it's taken away by Nordstrom. Now to Folau, guarded by Ozer. She'll stop, lay it up, and put it in. Folau with 5 points. And again, getting in the passing lane is Tati Harness. And Millie, she'll pick up her 4th as she just runs into the back of Harness. And it looks like we have a full timeout. We'll take it with them.
It's the 4th foul on Mercedes Neely. Checking in for the next number 29.
I'm Ryan Eldridge, local owner of Big O Tires on American Fork, and we are proud sponsors of our girls Lone Peak basketball squad. And just like their basketball squad, they can defend, they can score, rebound, steal. They can do it all. They do whatever it takes on the court to get the dub. Big O Tires on American Fork, we do the same. We can do it all to make sure your car is taken care of. Tires, brakes, oil, check engine light, lift your trucks, anything your car needs, from oil leaks to flushes to tune-ups, we can do it here at Big O Tires of American Fork so that your car is safe going down the road. So whether you're a fan, a coach, a player, visiting coach, give Big O Tires in American Fork a chance to earn your business and take care of your car.
Bring your cars in to Big O Tires in American Fork. Let them take care of you like they take care of us.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout taken by Skyridge. It's a 6-point lead for Lone Peak. With 5:35 to go here in this one. It's been a great ball game. And Folau has it. Guarded by Hugh. There's Harness to Maddie Pope. Now to Kennedy Wilson, who just checked back in after the timeout. Charlie Warner into the corner. It's Harness. Looks for Pope. Back to Harness. She'll sidestep, but she travels. Now here's Anaya Nelson. Mercedes Millie on the right wing. Portia Hugh, back to Millie. Back to Hugh, over to Nelson in the left corner. She'll dribble out. 17 on the shot clock. Now here's Sika in the high post. She'll take the jumper. Too short. Ozer on the rebound, and she'll put it up and in. Ella Ozer brings them within 4 with 4:40 to go in this one. Now here's Maddie Pope on the left wing. Back out to Tati Harness. Swings it over to Folau. Now to Warner. She'll pump fake. Guarded by Nelson. She'll put it up. No good. Too short. And rebound secured by Millie. To Nelson. Back to Millie. Now here's Sika in the high post. Now to Ozer, no good, and Kennedy Wilson grabs the rebound and may have gotten hit a couple times there, but no call. Play on. Here's Folau. And a timeout taken by Coach Warner. We'll go ahead and take it with them. Back after this. 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Trevor Allen here with you. As Lone Peak holds a 4-point lead and they have possession with 22 on the shot clock. Here's Folau, guarded by Hugh. Now she'll drive, get it to Zuri Nordstrom. Now to Folau, off of a screen by Kennedy Woolston. Now here's Lave Holcraft. Nordstrom heaves a three-pointer, and looks like it hit the iron. I think it did. So the shot clock is reset. Poked away by Ozer. Here's Kennedy Woolston now with 12 on the shot clock. She'll go into Zuri Nordstrom against Hugh. She'll lay it up, no good. And Hugh collects the rebound. Here's Belasica. Now here's Nelson to Millie. Guarded by Nordstrom. Take it back out to Sika. She'll stop and pop, no good. Rebound by Hugh. She'll go up, no good. Ozer on the offensive board, goes out to Nelson, and it goes out of bounds. She had a lane to be able to put that back up, but she didn't. I don't think she recognized it. And Tati Harness will come back in for Lone Peak. With 2:20 to go here in this one. Now here's Charlie Warner. To Nordstrom. To Harness. Now into the paint. Here's Woolston. She'll lay it up. No good. Now here's Sika. Just under 2 to go here. Now here's Ozer. To Nelson. She'll pump fake. She'll stop. Floater in the lane. Got it to go. Big bucket there by Anaya Nelson. And they put on a press a little bit, just pressuring in the backcourt. Is Hugh with Harness, and Hugh riding her hip. And that's the third team foul? Yes, that is the third team foul on Skyridge. Huni Folau will come in for Holcraft. Portia guarding Folau. Now here's Warner. With 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Folau, crosses over. Now to Woolston with 17 on the shot clock. Kick out, Warner for three. Barely hits the backboard, and Ozer has it. And she does recognize Woolston behind her. She'll lay it up and good, we're tied. No one came over to help, and she just kept going and laid it up. As we have 1 minute to go now in regulation. And Coach Warner wants a timeout. We'll see if it's a full timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back with the final 54 seconds after this. 54.7 to go in this one, and we're all tied up at 50. Here's the whole setup now as we approach the last under 1 minute to go. Each team has one timeout remaining. Lone Peak has not committed a foul in this quarter. So if they need a foul, they've got to get them to the line. It's going to be a while. And Skyridge has 3 team fouls. Here's Warner to Woolston. Now here's Nordstrom, guarded by Millie. To go in, scoop with the right hand, no good and no call. Here's Belasica now. Skyridge with a chance to take the lead. About 5 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Nelson. They're gonna run this clock down. Now here's Sika. 10 on the shot clock. 14 on the game clock. Now here's Millie to Hugh. 3 seconds. Nelson, deep three, no good. Ozer on the rebound, 4 seconds to go. She'll go up, no good. And we are going to overtime. Couple of good looks, but we have free basketball. Well, it was free basketball anyway. We'll go ahead and take a quick break and be back with overtime after this. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. We are in overtime. So in overtime, each team will get 2 timeouts. The team fouls carry over from the previous quarter. And there's 4 minutes on the clock. So we're all tied up at 50.
And we're ready to tip it off for some bonus basketball.
So we have bonus basketball. I mean, for all you watching at home, they always say free basketball, but for all of you watching at home, it's always free. In the jump circle, Mercedes Millie and Kennedy Woolston both have 4 fouls. And each team will go in the same direction they were going in the second half. So Lone Peak will go right to left, and Skyridge will go left to right. And they win the tip is Ozer. Tries to go to Hugh, and if she was a little bit taller, probably would have caught that. But it'll go out of bounds, and a turnover to start for Skyridge. Now here's Tati Harness as Hugh is defending her in the backcourt. Now here's Huni Folau. Back to Harness, to Charlie Warner as it goes off of Skyridge's leg, and they're going to say it is Lone Peak basketball. So on the base with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. 3:38 to go here in overtime.
Come on, Portia!
10 seconds now on the shot clock. Here's Woolston, guarded by Hugh. She'll power her way into the lane, go up, no good. And it's last touch by Skyridge. Did that ball touch the rim?
4 seconds!
Okay, it did say 35 seconds on the shot clock. Now they changed it back to 4. Now here's Holcraft, wide open. She lets that one to go. Bobby Holcraft. And Lone Peak with the first bucket of overtime. Now into Millie. And it goes up and is fouled. We'll see if it's on Kennedy Woolston or it's on Zuri Nordstrom. That will be her first personal. Both of them were in there, and Kennedy Woolston has 4 fouls. Quiet night for Woolston. She has 4 points. And as Millie misses the first free throw. 3:03 to go here in overtime. We'll have the boys' game shortly after. The girls' game after this one finishes off here on KSLSports.com as Millie makes the second free throw. Now here's Folau. Now to Holcraft, to Woolston, now to Nordstrom, to Tati Harness, now to Folau. She'll go into the paint, guarded by Sika. No good, just barely off the glass, and it's grabbed by Hugh, and here's Sika. Now in the corners, Nelson for 3. Too strong. And here's Woolston with it, and now to Harness. 2.5 to go. To Holcraft, to Kennedy Woolston, guarded by Nelson. Looking for a cutter, she finds Holcraft, kicks out to Nordstrom for 3. That one's too strong as well. I don't know about that. He's saying, so they actually called a timeout, saying that Lone Peak had possession. They didn't, and the ref said that that she had it behind her back and she didn't. I don't think that was a great call. But either way, it's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this. It'll be Lone Peak basketball coming out of the timeout with 2:16 to go here in overtime. Lone Peak has one timeout. Skyridge has two. And Skyridge has 3 team fouls. Lone Peak has 1. And now we're holding up play again to get the same explanation that that official gave before the timeout.
Come on, Portia!
As there's a fresh shot clock. Here's Harness. Lone Peak with a 1-point lead. Woolston goes off the leg of Millie. He'll stay with Lone Peak with 21 seconds on the shot clock. 2:04 to go in this one.
Substitution, number 1, Charlie Warner.
Charlie Warner
She's in for Hooney Colau.
will check in.
Let's go, Skyridge!
Woolston to Warner. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Exactly 2 minutes to go here in overtime.
Let's go, Portia! Come on,
Now there's Charlie Warner. Back to Woolston. Deep three. Got it to go! What a shot by Zuri Nordstrom. That was nearly to the volleyball line. And now it's a 2-possession game with 90 seconds to go in overtime. Here's Millie, slapped away. Holcraft. On the ground is Warner. And Skyridge is calling a timeout. And they're going to call a full timeout. Back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back. Final 1:23 to go here in overtime. It's a 4-point lead after a Zuri Nordstrom deep three-pointer to give Lone Peak a 4-point advantage. Now here's Bella. Sika now to Nelson. Here's Hugh. And Kennedy Wilson says she didn't touch it, and they believe her. So it's Lone Peak basketball. Here's Woolston. And is pushed there by Ella Ozer. And that's the 4th-team foul. There's Kennedy Woolston. Now to Harness. Back to Harness now. As we hit 1 minute. Woolston show hold, guarded by Ozer. Now here's Warner. Back to Woolston. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Nordstrom again to hit it. Big time triple by Nordstrom, and that one might just do it. Back-to-back triples for Zuri Nordstrom. Here's Nelson to Hugh to Sika. She'll drive in, lay it up with the left hand, no good. Ozer on the offensive rebound, goes underneath the hoop. And here's Harness with 15 seconds on the clock. And that should do it. Skyridge is not going to foul. Big time performance in overtime by Zuri Nordstrom, hitting 2 massive three-pointers. And the comeback complete. Lone Peak comes back in the 3rd quarter to take the lead and ends up winning in overtime, 58-51. Ingram hit 2 big three-pointers in overtime to seal the win for Lone Peak. Once again, our final score, 58-51 for Doug on camera, Parker and Elijah on scoreboard. I'm Trevor Allen. We will go ahead and take a break and be back for a boys game in just a few minutes here on KSLSports.com.